the three of us, let's go ahead and pick our top three, in our opinion, our top three plate racers at the moment, or not plate racers, but super speedway drivers. Not
Ooh.
all time, just current drivers. I'll start. I think, like you said, you were talking about him, Josh. You mentioned him. We were talking about Ricky Stenhouse. You got to put him on there. Um, he's got to be a top three. My other one is Blaney, especially recently, two back-to-back Talladegas. He almost had a Daytona 500. He's always up front, strong Penske drivers with him. And I think my other one is going to be his teammate Logano. If I had option for a fourth, I'd go Keselowski, but the Penske's were unreal. Plus, Logano has like 3 or 4 Talladega wins in the last 10 races. So I mean, he's amazing at plate tracks too. He's got a Daytona 500. So I think those are my top three right now. What do you guys think?
I'm going to go Ricky Stenhouse number one. Number two, uh, it's kind of a toss up between two and three because they're that good. But I'd say number two, Denny Hamlin, more so at Daytona. But Denny Hamlin is always on a tear, and he seems to find himself in the mix at the end of the race by avoiding all the big ones or all the wrecks. I'd say number three, Brad Keselowski. He's such a powerhouse. The whole Penske organization is such a powerhouse at Talladega. Uh, yeah, I'd say those are my three.
So my three, I'm gonna copy y'all. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has to be up there. He's just so good at maneuvering his car throughout a pack. He doesn't have to be paired up with somebody. He's gonna find his way to the front. Second, I'm actually gonna put Michael McDowell. He's shown so much speed at Talladega, Daytona, both
Yeah,
the super speedways. Front Row Motorsports definitely has their stuff together, and I think Michael McDowell's only weakness is the power in that car. He struggles to lead a line, but if he's behind somebody and pushing, he's definitely going to find his way up there. And third, I'm going to, it's close, but I'm going to have to go Ryan Blaney. He's almost won a Daytona 500 this year. Shoot, the past 2 years for that, and won the last two Talladega races. I think he's definitely coming in and making super speedways his strong suit, and I think he's going to be wreaking havoc for Team Penske and continuing their success at the super speedways.
I'll
yeah,
tell you who was a.
it's funny you mentioned McDowell because I actually agree with you. He's a good dark horse to pick when it comes to fantasy at any super speedway. I always use him as super speedways for my fantasy league. And yeah, I mean, Denny, I wanted to put him in it too. I really should have. It's so hard to choose. I feel like actually, there's a lot of good super speedway drivers right now, but yeah, it's so hard to choose the best three.
I would say, speaking of dark horses of super speedways, and this has nothing to do with the drama or how everyone's in his corner, but Bubba Wallace is a low key good super speedway racer, and as much as he hates super speedway races, he's pretty freaking good, especially at Dega this weekend. And
Yeah.
of course, he was
Runner up
driving.
at Daytona.
He was driving with a like a madman, but he was if he would have had the fuel to make it, he might have pulled off the upset this past weekend.
Yeah,
But he's pretty good. If he doesn't wreck, he's going to be up near the front.
I'd say the one thing that holds him back really, I mean, is aggressiveness. I mean, people hate on Ricky. They call him Ricky Stenhouse, but I mean, um, you got to be aggressive on play tracks. I can't hold it against him really. Sometimes he makes boneheaded moves, I guess, but you got to be aggressive. Same with Logano. That's why he wins so many super speedways because he's aggressive. That's the thing about Ricky is you really can't fault him too much because he goes for the win. I mean, that's all he wants to do. So sure, he might, you know, take some people out trying to do so, but I mean, that's racing.